If you would like to get your song reviewed, dear listener, there's the Filthy Capitalist option. As Sori says, $125 gets you straight to the head of the line. You don't have to be a part of the alliance. You don't have to be part of the group.
Wait a minute.
And the biggest thing is you don't have to wait. You hop, skip, and jump right in front of everybody. $125 gets you there. You do that 3 times, and then get mashed down to the $75 rate for perpetuity.
Yes!
Also, there is a band review option. So if you've got a band and you're trying to get your band some exposure, hit me up at vinsori@gmail.com, and I'll show you the details about how to pull that off.
You can also jump on Patreon, and there is a option on the tiers to be able to get your band reviewed. Yep. Obviously, we can't lie to you, so we can't guarantee a positive review. Get what you get.
It's just rubbish.
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 That's British for garbage.
My favorite is the community option. $1 at the gate gets you in a Patreon. You get to join an alliance. The alliance joins their points together, and that helps determine what songs that we do.
The alliances hang out on Discord.
Message me on Patreon to get the link.
And they do all kinds of other cool things. They do Minecraft, Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah. It's really a community within the community. Anybody can go in the village, facebook.com/Vin and Sori. There's 160,000+ people on the channel. What's cool about the Discord is that it offers a real opportunity for community connection, friendship, that type of thing.
And it's on Discord, so if you're not a Facebook person, it's for you.
You start off at $1.
Right.
Plus you get exclusives. Sori and I are working on a song. So the first 15 seconds of that was on Patreon. Also, at $15 tier and above, when we actually debut the video, they're going to be there live with us. There you are, dear listener.
Buy our merch.
Buy our merch indeed. A child shall lead them.
To buy our merch.
Yes, dear listener. Yes, dear listener. Yes,
right.
dear listener.
Ethan Luck, The Memory Remains. Interesting name. All right. This is comments from Mojo. Reggae cover of The Memory Remains by Ethan Luck. This is a cover.
What? Of Metallica? A reggae cover of Metallica. Are you fucking with me? Go ahead.
No, this is a cover of The Memory Remains by Metallica.
What? Oh man. I cannot tell you how excited I am right now to hear this shit. Wow. If I'd have known, I'd have put that in the freaking thingamajiggy.
Yeah. I'm a fan of all eras of the band. That said, I never cared for this song. Not that it's a bad song. This is Mojo. Not that it's a bad song, but I just never really connected with it for whatever reason. That is until I heard this version. To my mind, it feels to me like a song was meant to be a reggae song. This cover was recorded by Ethan Luck. Ethan is a professional touring musician in Nashville. He worked with a lot of musicians in many genres. Most notably for listeners here would be that he was a member of the metal band Demon Hunter for a couple of albums. One of Ethan's passions, though, is reggae and ska music. Ethan, with his friend Clint Wells, also a professional musician in Nashville, co-host a weekly podcast, Metal Up Your Podcast. This podcast is devoted to discussing all things Metallica, and they have been doing this faithfully every week since 2016, missing hardly a week over the years, despite both of their hectic touring schedules. One of the perks Clint and Ethan give their patrons is they have recorded a series of Metallica covers, reimagined in different styles of music, that they give freely to supporters before releasing to the public for purchase. This is one of those recordings. Ethan is singing. He's probably playing several of the instruments on the song, as he's a drummer and guitar player. Clint is playing lead guitar on the song. These are two extremely talented musicians. If you are a Metallica fan and haven't checked out this podcast, I would encourage you to do so. They are also funny as hell to listen to. All right, Ethan Luck, Let It Burn. Wait, whoops, sorry. Ethan Luck, The Memory Remains.
Let It Burn.
Let It Burn is next.
I'm gonna let it burn if it's not what I think it is. This better be Metallica's Memory Remains. All right, let's see a Jamaican version. And by the end of it, I want to say, yeah, it was meant to be a reggae song from Jump Street. Let's do it. Metallica, don't block us, bitches.
This is interesting.
and they play my song. Ash to ash, dust to dust, fade to black. Fortune, fame, mirror vein, gone insane. Fortune, fame, mirror vein, gone insane. Dance, little tin goddess. Drift away, fade away, little tin goddess. Ash to ash, dust to dust, fade to black. Fortune, fame, mirror vein, gone insane. Fortune, fame, mirror vein, gone insane, but the memory remains. Ash to ash, dust to dust, fade to black, the memory remains. Yeah, to the faded prima donna. Yeah, yeah, dance, little tin goddess, dance.
Oh, that was tight. That was so good, bro.
I like
only
that.
only thing I wish there would have been an attempt at some sort of Jamaican vocals. That's my only problem. My only problem. They did the musicianship literally perfect. Like literally, I know there's a little bit of commentary on the wah. They kind of like were heavy, kind of had a heavy lead foot on the wah, but that's okay because you kind of needed that as a contrast. Kind of mixed it up a little bit. That was cool. But I wish there would have been an attempt at a Jamaican vocal style, which is not impossible. Like there's this guy now, everybody makes fun of him, but there's this guy named Snow. He's a white guy, and he used to do this version of reggae rap. So there's this song, Informer, I like it boom boom now. No stop, someone. You ever heard that song?
No.
Okay, anyway,
so.
it was an early 90s rap song. People make fun of him now because he's white, but he pulled off that like Jamaican accent really well.
Okay.
On the other hand, if you do not do a Jamaican accent well and you try to do it, it's cartoonish. So I understand like
Why someone might want to
not
stick away
taking
from
that, not taking that risk, but well, bring in a Jamaican speaker, then put some of that authentic energy in. That was my only problem. But aside from that, so it's gonna get a 10 from me. I'll tell you guys right off the bat, it's gonna get a 10 from me. Number one, I have to say, I usually do not give James Hetfield credit, but that song lyrically is a masterpiece. Number one. I just have to say this because I usually don't give James Hetfield credit, but when he's on,
We did break down
He's
the
on.
Metallica version back in 2019.
yeah, we broke down the Metallica version. So I just want to think about like how this feels as a cover. And as Negative Vibe says, Informer's cheesy, but it's awesome. Yeah, and it's this white guy, and he's doing reggae, but he does it really well. And one of the things that was funny to me when I was a kid was like, you see these like Asian people, like Chinese, like straight Chinese, and fluent patois, like born and raised there, accent, everything.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, like, you can do it, and it sounds so weird when you see people do it. But, yeah, it's something, you know, because it's a dialect, so it's more like... It's closer to the physical aspect of language than, you know, something general like a major language like English. You know what I'm saying? Where you could have people in Australia and America speaking English, but it's like, oh, it's, you know. But then if you have a blonde-haired, blue-eyed guy from America speaking Chinese with the accent, it's just like, it's a double take. So, like, I get it. You know, the guy's a white guy, whatever he is, or he's an American. He doesn't want to attempt the Jamaican accent. But it would have been badass to have, you know, some Jamaican flavor on the vocal aspect.
Yeah.
The music, though, was perfect Jamaican music. Perfect.
Yes. Okay. It seemed like it packed a bigger punch than most reggae does. Reggae to me is usually like, it's a lot more chill. This one had like it still had, I don't know, I felt like I could still know that this song had different roots to it, that it was Metallica to begin with. But I really liked that. I felt that added to it, like the kind of heaviness of everything that was going on with it. But maybe, I mean, I've literally only heard a small handful of reggae songs. So, but yeah, I really enjoyed it. I liked the sound of it. I can hear what you're saying about but you never know why people would do that though. Like maybe, you know, like if somebody puts on dreads and then they're like, you're cultural appropriation. So you don't know, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, those people
do that accent.
Those people are gonna kill these people anyway.
Regardless.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Like, I have never ever met a Jamaican ever who's upset by seeing white people with dreads or anything like that. Not once. It's never happened. I'm talking about people who are like truly from Jamaica. Like true Jamaicans. Like not once. Like, we're very race conscious, obviously, but that's never ever been an issue. Like the cultural appropriation is completely invented by freaking, you know, neo-lib, Berkeley, whatever. And I'm not gonna say it's just white neo-libs who don't know what they're talking about. It's probably some black, you know, whatever in Berkeley that decided he was gonna speak for a whole bunch of people he's probably never even met. But the whole cultural appropriation is bullshit. It's so stupid. It's like, it's the highest honor to say, hey, of all the societies in the world, we would want to replicate yours because there's something about yours that's absolutely unique and crazy and a great contribution to the human experience. Well, that's cultural appropriation. Ridiculous!
I agree.
Not giving...
You know what's weird?
Not giving a black rocker any shine whatsoever and then channeling it all to Elvis Presley. I understand that form of it.
Yeah. Oh, totally.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, the Academy never taking hip-hop seriously until Eminem showed up. That I understand. Mm-hmm. But 100%. That has not been the Western world's interpretation of reggae. They've largely let reggae be us from our culture. And to the earlier point, anytime a white person tries to do it, even if the song is really good, they still get dragged. They get dragged for it. You see what I'm saying? So, like, with reggae and reggae culture and Jamaican culture, like,
you think it's all different?
In my view, we've been nothing but proud. And honestly, like, it's kind of like one of the few aspects of black culture that the Western world has allowed to remain black and just celebrated just because of the impact on the culture. It's like one of the few things. So, like, when you see white folks with dreads, that's amazing. This is a completely separate rant that has nothing to do with the song, but it's so ridiculous to me that people use that stupid argument. It's so dumb. Honestly,
but how
it's
do you
like,
feel though?
People are like, they're honoring you. It's an honor.
Oh, I
what
agree.
Is wrong
and
with you?
The thing is, like, I like when. Okay, so if a girl wears a certain outfit and then another girl's like, oh, that's so cool, I wish I had that
Vikings had braids long ago. It's not confined to Africa. Next it will be oxygen is cultural appropriation.
Oh my gosh.
Oxygen,
all right,
yes.
This song's a 10 for me as well.
Yeah, this would have been an 11 for me if we would have. But here's the thing. If they made the attempt and it really sucked, it would have went from a 10 to like a 5. You see what I'm saying? Because then it would have been cartoony. You see what I'm saying? I do. Way, it's really risky. But sonically, what they did with the bass line, that bass line was tough, bro. That was like Old West tough. All right, these kids are making too much noise. All right, it's a 10 for me.
10 for me as well.
There you are.
We'll be back
Probably
at
going to be
you
my favorite song
very
of the night.
soon.
Vin out.
Sorry out.
Go.